to help people get involved in this incredible opportunity that's taking off, and get in while the getting's good, get in while the opportunity is fresh before it gets flooded, and of course while the shares are still very, very cheap. All right. So before we continue, let's just do the disclaimer thingy. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I am not a financial advisor. Ready? Read. Boom. Right, awesome stuff. We are done. Let's get going, guys. Here we go.
Hello everybody. I'm Oliver Marks and I'm here with Gareth Parker from Moorgate Benchmarks. Work's progressing very well on revised ICO. We've nearly completed the white paper. We're just doing the finishing touches on that, and the launch is on track. And in parallel, we're very hard at work on phase 1 of the MTF and the Igniter 100 index family launches. And I've got Gareth here from Moorgate Benchmarks to give you a quick update on the index planning work. Gareth.
Yes, hi Oliver. Yes, it's late evening on Friday here, and sadly enough, I'm still sitting in the office and looking at things. This is an exciting project for us. We've got about 3 work streams on the go at the moment. We're just finishing up the first, which is to basically scope out the scale of this project, have a first idea of what the costs may be, what the actual deliverables are, and who we might partner with. The stuff that gets really interesting, especially to me as the head of research for FTSE and for S&P, is the actual design of a series of cryptocurrency indices. We're pretty convinced that although there are cryptocurrency indices out there at the moment, that none of them are actually fit for purpose. They've been designed by some very clever people, but they're not actually going to answer the need that we think the market has, especially the legacy financial world. So phase 2 for us is actually getting down there and figuring out how to build a new set of indices which meet the market's needs in a new way. And then the third work phase, which we're working on in parallel, is to simply think how we can actually deliver this. The design Moorgate Benchmarks will do itself of the indices. We might do the administration calculations. We might outsource that to another calculation service. We might outsource other bits and pieces of things. And there's a regulatory angle as well. There's a European Union regulatory law that's just come into effect, which impacts this project as well. Nothing we can't handle, but it makes it even more interesting than the normal things we do.
Fantastic, great. And then Boval are working on the parallel MTF project, so we're all incredibly busy cranking away on this stuff. So that's it for this short update. We'll be in touch again soon.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. 1 second. So there you have it, guys, from the proverbial horses' mouths themselves. This is Gareth Parker, Mr. Gareth Parker, as you saw in the video. Okay, this is one of my favorite projects, to be quite honest, from Igniter 100. You know, this is one of the internal projects amongst a myriad of other projects. So they have internal projects. This is one of the internal projects, and of course the external projects, which you can see in the presentation that I've been posting on my newsfeed and on the other platforms of my other channels. And we have a Zoom call happening tonight where you'll be able to get more information on these amazing disruptive financial technology fintech projects that you can participate in and be part of, and get your shares before they list on the London Stock Exchange. Okay, and while the shares are still cheap, remember the Uber model that I always talk about, and many other models, including Tesla, that went through one of the most what's the word, like they went through one of the most difficult journeys on the planet, right? I mean, think about it. Tesla, people that invested in Tesla, imagine their stress, imagine their disappointment and all of the emotions that they went through as Tesla was struggling to get above the fold, right? Because they were up against the big oil giants and many of the companies that didn't want them to succeed because they were a disruptive force in the market, and investors had to go through lots of bumpy roads with Tesla, with the investments that they made. Anyway, let me not go on a tangent. Let me just you've probably read the bullet points already, but let me just go through it. Master Index is a hybrid index model designed and developed by Gareth Parker, the founder and CEO of Moorgate Benchmark. Again, you can check him out on LinkedIn. All is there. We've got all the due diligence available to anybody that's interested, that wants to take a look. Just take a look. Nobody is asking you to invest anything, put any money down. Just take a look. Being a hybrid model, it will comprise of stock shares, bonds, commodities, fiat currencies, and cryptos. Master Index is expected to launch in the fourth quarter of 2019, which I believe is around the corner. So guys, hurry. Even before launching, its valuation is 10 million pounds. And then as an example, just as a comparative example, FTSE 100 index, also developed by Mr. Gareth Parker, current share price 7,425 British pounds, guys. Okay, FTSE 250 for FTSE 250 index 9,462 pounds. You can get in. Listen to this. You can get in right now at 18 cents per share. Right, at 18 cents per share, guys. This master index, similar to the FTSE 100, or rather developed by the same gentleman and his team, his company that developed FTSE and a whole bunch of other indexes or indices. You can read a bit of his portfolio at the bottom there. FTSE All World, FTSE for Good, S&P Smart Beta, IBD Property Indices. I mean, the Russell, people that know the Russell Group in the US, I know there's one or two of my friends in the States that were just blown away by the fact that the same gentleman that was involved with Russell indexes is developing Master Index. Okay, so get in, guys, while the price is dirt cheap. Of course, as I always say, the people that get in the beginning, at the early stages, take the most risk, but they get the most reward. If you want the least reward, then get in right at the end. Get in, you know, for example, get in over here, guys. You see, this is when you taking the least risk, but you're paying the most price. Okay, so those who want to take the least risk you're gonna pay the price. That's as simple as that. However, if you want to take the least risk, then you get in while this is still in development, right? So when this is still in development, that's when you get in. You don't get in when it's over here, right? Unless you want to take the least amount of risk, that's perfectly fine. But just understand that if you do that, you're going to pay the price, okay? Now, what's the risk of getting in early? Well, the risk of getting in early is that you could possibly lose your money, right? Tesla example and other examples that I've mentioned before. So, sorry about that, guys. So anyway, with that said, join our Zoom call at 8 p.m. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, private message me, and on Facebook, or leave a comment if you're serious. Guys, listen, I know who the serious people are, right? So if I don't reply your comment or reach out to you on Messenger, just know we've spoken before, or at least 3 or 4 times, and you've proven to me that you're a time waster and you're a tie kicker. So I'm sorry, right? Anybody else? Let's, because I'm serious about money and I'm serious about what I do, and I don't want to mess around with. In fact, I've just kind of removed and blocked certain people because you just, if there's no synergy, if we're not on the same wavelength, there's no point, right? There's no point in us even being associated with each other. What's the point, right? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future, right? So I'm the kind of person I want to stick around with people that are serious about life, serious about money, right? If you're not there's no point, right? So let's just separate and go our separate ways and wish each other all the best for the future. So on that note, I'll be out, and looking forward to talking to some serious people today, and seeing you guys on the Zoom call. Until then, see ya. Cheers.